Kings and Queens. Tamika here with Enhanced Holistically Tarot and Life Advice. Y'all, let me say I've had a very eventful day. Eventful day. I am sure many of you are truly experiencing this Mercury retrograde, honey. It has some strong energy. Even if we had expected it, we had foresight, we know what it's all about, and yet and still, it had not let up. Still going on, still taking place, but I can tell you that some of the energies, as far as I'm concerned, are shifting. What I mean by that is for the first couple days, I really felt like I needed to do this here, which is relax. And if I'm not mistaken, the last time I did a reading, I said we're going to need to relax in this retrograde period because there's going to be a lot goings on. Please forgive the lighting if it's a little bit dark. I am recording much later in the evening than I normally do. Today is March 8th, 2019. For those of you that are tuning in, my name is Tamika. Here you will find some advice, some nuggets, some inspiration, some encouragement to whatever you're going through or wherever you might find yourself in a circumstance. There is something here for everyone. I do not read for specific signs. I just read off of the energy that is going on in this very moment, and it could be fluid. As we know, it might be something that's already happened, it's already passed. It might be something that you're currently experiencing, or it might be something to come. Nevertheless, there will be something that you can glean from, no matter what your sign is, no matter when your birthday is, any of that. So right now, it's about a couple of minutes to 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me. And like I said, we know the season cycle that we are in, a time of people coming back and resurfacing that you maybe not have talked to in a long time. Some of you, your electronics, your communication may be going a little haywire right now. You might be feeling an influx of highs and lows. You may be feeling at one moment in time that you're on this high. You're ready to clean the house. You want to go to the gym. And then there's other times where you feel like you don't want to do nothing, okay? But nevertheless, the law of attraction card, I choose to relax and not to fill my mind with worry, as that creates stress. And oh, does it not. At this period of time of year, when we have the transitioning of the seasons, on Sunday we go to spring forward in the time. I don't even know why they still do that. If you see me looking around, my nephew is in his room, and every so often he likes to come and call my name. So if you see me keep looking like this, it's just because I'm really trying to check and see if he's coming in the room, because I don't want to be interrupted from what I have to say to you guys. But like I was saying, as the change of the seasons occur, you find a lot of changes in your emotions, changes in your circumstances, whatever they may be. Some of you, it might be relationship. Some of you, it might be finances. Some of you, it might be a job situation. Some of you just flat out need a vacation. We're coming up on the spring break, so you're trying to figure out what you're going to do with your kids, and they're out of school, and life has to still go on. I understand. So anyways, relax, okay? Relax, retreat, reflect, refresh, rejuvenate. All of those things are pertinent for this very, very time. I'm not going to call it a tumultuous time. I would say it's a very trying time, because at times we get stretched like rubber bands, and we have to count it all joy. Let me turn my phone on vibrate. We have to count it all joy because we are being stretched for a good reason, because as we are going into a new cycle or a new season, so are we. We are going into it in our mind, in our feelings, in our relationships, and reevaluating a lot of things. And so that is totally healthy. So if you're going through what you would call a trying time, it's okay. You're in good company, but it will soon pass. I do believe that the attitude that we take on is what's going to make the outcome. Okay, I say that again. The attitude that we take on through this period is going to dictate our outcome. We can take this as lessons learned, or we can take it that, oh, I'll be glad when the shit is over with so I can get on and da da da. Depending on how you're dealing with people and you're dealing with your situation, dealing with your job, whatever relationships you have going on in your life right now, it may dictate a lot. So be careful of how you treat people in this space and time. It is very good to go out and spend time with people that you might have not caught up with in a very long time. It might be that time to catch up with your old girlfriends or your homeboys or whatever the case may be, so that you can really get, just make this a fun time, even though there's a lot shifting in the atmosphere, okay? So that is the law of attraction card, is to relax. I choose to relax and not to fill my mind with worry, because that creates stress, and we don't want to be stressed, even though it's human nature that when things don't kind of turn out the way that we want them to, it does create a level of stress. And stress is sometimes good. Sometimes stress, not in a bad sense, but in a sense where you are having to be pushed or pulled, or just stretched, like that rubber band that I spoke about. Okay, so spirit guide, angels, ancestors, divine white light, angels and archangels, thank you for being here today to give the people what they need for their highest good. Thank you for direction, clarification, and all other things that keep us on our highest path. Joy. Dun, dun. Joy to me. I'm going back to my Teddy Pendergrass days. So joy, you delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. So what I was saying about going out and getting up with your homegirls or your homeboys or whoever, make sure that you're doing those type of things so that you can kind of like relax, relate, release, so that we don't take ourselves too seriously, especially with what's going on right now, because there is new life. New life as the tulips and the flowers begin to bloom. There is new life emerging. Some of you might be pregnant or finding out that you're pregnant. Some of you might have just had a child. Maybe some of you have gone through an adoption and now you have a brand new addition to the family. Whatever the case may be. Then we have truth here. Truth of higher self. This is where you get the clarity of things that maybe you have been searching for, seeking for. Maybe you've been waiting for someone to tell you maybe a secret of a family secret of some sort, and it's just starting to come out. This is where everything comes to a head in this season. Now, I hope that it's good news that come out, but for some of you, it may not be so good. You never know. Okay? So then we have despair here. Some of you may be going through a period in this season feeling like that things are just not turning out the way that you would like it. But I tell you this, to keep the faith and don't give up. There are things that we can't control, but as long as you're doing what's in your power to control, everything will be okay, because I promise you that the universe will take over that which you're not able to do and turn those lemons into lemonade. Then we have life force, okay? Oh, this life force, freaky dicky dicky. A lot of us might be sexually enhanced this season here, and this is where like I said, some pregnancies come about in this season. Because you've been laid up and booed up all winter, and now, hey, you finding out something's beautiful. Then there's some of you that's getting an epiphany in this season here. And this comes again from your higher self. You have been seeking and going within, trying to get clarity over a situation, trying to assume some type of guidance. And I feel like the inner you, or the higher self, is giving you the guidance that you need. But it's very important that we all, including myself, because I'm telling you, I was feeling like there was some time was of the essence on some things. And I found myself, as I was going and stopping, I felt like it was a stop and go type of energy. I felt like at some points in time, I felt spirit nudging me to take action on something. And then there were other times where I felt like he was just like, they were like, hey, calm down, pump your brakes on this. And those times when I felt those nudges, I tell you, I had to lay down in my bed and take some deep breaths. because it was getting so overwhelming and things weren't going and people kept giving you excuses about stuff. And you like, I know damn well this is able to happen. This is feasible. I know it is. So why is it seeming like it's just so much going on that it's, what are all these roadblocks about? Told you there was going to be some delays in this season, but we was just going to all, speaking to myself, we all was going to have to take a beat. Okay, some of you are going to do some charity work, some volunteering here. You may be trying to get a job, but may not be able to go fully into a position. So you may find yourself having to sacrifice finding something that pays right out, and you may have to go into a situation where you have to work or you have to volunteer or provide some type of charity work until that job or whatever comes open. But I tell you, it's not in vain. You want to make sure that you keep your skills up. So even if it means that you're not getting paid right now, make sure don't turn down the offer to be able to do what you're doing, even if you're not getting paid for it right now. Because one thing I do believe is that people are always watching you. They're trying to see what your work ethic is. And sometimes you may have to sacrifice what you could be doing for what you are doing right now so it could turn out into a more favorable situation. Some of you I see here are providing care for your elderly parents maybe. You might be in the valley of decisions about their care, where they're to go get their care from. Some of you might be considering, because you have other obligations, that you may have to put them into some type of long-term treatment facility. Okay, and I do see some grief here. Some of you may have just lost a parent through or due to a long-term illness. My heart and prayers go out to you, because I know that is never, ever, ever easy. Okay, so you have a lot of decisions to make about your elderly parents, or some of you might be making decisions about your children. All right, one more, Spirit. Thank you. Spirit, God, angels. Okay. I like when they throw them on the floor. Make me know that it's 4 is 4. Leaving. Some of you might be leaving a situation. It might be a job. It might be a move that's on the way. Okay, and you're having to make those decisions again that are very important. I would say that you are going to have help. You will have divine support. So ensure that you're seeking out expert advice before you make any sudden moves, so that you can make sure that all of your I's are dotted and all of your T's are crossed. Okay, let's see what Archangel Michael has to say with the prayers here. Okay, let's see what Archangel Michael has to say for the collective. Let me see desired prayer. Whatever the situation is on the heart, your mind, your spirit, your soul, what is your guidance? What is your guidance to the collective? Thank you. All right, so it says, detach from the situation. Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachments to fear or drama, so that I may be centered in the knowingness that peace is everywhere within me and this situation. Awesome, awesome prayer. We do admittedly have a lot going on, and it's a lot of things that we are truly concerned. I'm not going to say stressed or worried. Try not to put things like that in the atmosphere, especially if we know we're trying to stray away from that. But we have much caution and concern about some things, and rightfully so. I don't think that it's anything that I don't think that it's expected that we don't have concern about anything. I don't even think that is human nature. Hindsight, we may know that everything is going to work out for our good. We might know that, we're going to say it, and we may know that, but there is not to say that some variables within our circumstances or situation don't warrant some caution, doesn't warrant some concern of how it might turn out. But as it says here, God is your source. Your inner knowingness is going to protect you. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. So let's get into a little bit of what is going on here. I'm going to be very simplistic with my spread today. I'm going to do 3 cards for the most recent past, 3 cards for what's currently going on, and then 3 cards for the near future, okay? I'm going to use my Angel Tarot cards here today. Very simplistic. And I said as I said in my last video, you don't want to do anything complex this month. I know a lot of us still have to make decisions about a lot of things, but make sure that we try to simplify our life, so to speak. Okay, so some of you probably in the last couple of months may have fell into a new love. You may have a different perspective on life in this new love and a situation. Some of you, it may be you're working too much. You're not accepting help from others, and you're out of balance about some things. And I guess, again, stress-related concerns might cause those health concerns. So we want to ensure that we're trying to stray away from that. Okay. I see here that some of you may be going to court, maybe have went through a disagreement where you felt like you were unjust, and now it's seeming that justice is going to be on your side, okay? And in many of you, it's been told to you that you are not making the right choices, simply because at times when you're not making the choices that others want you to make, is considered to be the wrong choice. But you have consulted your guides and your inner self and your inner knowing, and you're saying, no, this is the right thing for me to do. I don't know about what you would do. Sorry about that. Gotta make room. But it's definitely the right thing for me to do, and you have to stand your ground on that very notion, okay? So make sure that you are standing in your truth. Again, other people don't know what's going on with you. They're not in your shoes, so they can't rightfully say what they would or would not do. It's really easy to look from the outside and say what you would do in a situation if you don't have to do that. For some of you, again, it might be the whole making a decision about your parents and what to do with them in their elderly year. And many of you, it might be what to do about your children and how to go about doing that. But there's a lot of decisions being made. There's people considering, some of you are maybe considering moving, okay? Some of you is very far, and some of you is right around the corner, but nevertheless, there's logistics involved, okay? All right, so here in the past, again, I was saying, look at things from a different perspective is what Spirit is saying. Know what's important for you, because there is a temporary standstill here with the awakening and Archangel Gabriel there. There might be things that seem like they're just slowing down just a tad bit. It might be in this area of love with this Ace of Water. It may be in the beginning of a new relationship. You want to take things slow. With others of you, it's the spiritual enhancement of your intuition, and all of your spiritual gifts are really coming to fruition. Your sixth sense, your third eye is really becoming keen in this situation. But it's also alarming us not to work too hard. It could be work too hard in the physical capacity, or work too hard to try to figure out, because things can get a little bit out of balance. So that's in your recent past. And in your present here, like I said about the justice, some of you might be going to court. Some of you may be having to have a conflict, which I see here with this Five of Air. Or Five of Swords. You have a conflict with others about what it is that you need to do. For others of you, it might, like I said, be a custody situation, or a situation where you're having to make decisions and stand up for really, really, really what you know is right for you. Maybe not for someone else. Then we have this Three of Water at the situation where it's going to be a celebration, a wedding, a marriage, a birth announcement. And then I need to just have more fun and just chill out, chill with your friends, get with your family, you know, and just have an amicable time. Here in the future, here we have more intuition that's heightening, okay? Before we know it, the full moon is going to be coming back around here. And so you might need to draw within and make sure that you are setting some expectations and some intentions for yourself going forward. There's others of you that are really, really battling with how this is going to work out, and you're having some sleepless nights. You're not sleeping very well, and I would dare to say, I don't know if anyone is really sleeping very well right now. Everyone I've talked to, they're saying, hey, I ain't been able to really sleep good. I don't know what's going on, but I've had a lot of concerns and everything, and it's just really, really making me lose sleep. And that will soon be over, okay? Once we just get to a point of release, we will give it to God and know that They are our source. Our spirit guide, our higher self, our ancestors are our source, okay? So don't be so much bothered with the details of it all. What else can I get from here? So let me go ahead and clarify what we have here. Just make it a little bit clear for us all. Okay. Wow, there is shifts and more shifts, different stages of where we are in our individual or collective journeys. There is, like my grandma used to say, every time she can't put her finger on it, there's a lot going on, a lot of miscommunication right now, a lot of back and forth in your mind. Like I said, one minute you're optimistic, the next minute you're trying to figure out what is going on. I mean, I can really attest to it, y'all. I'm telling you. But it's all going to be okay. Too many cards. Thank you, Spirit God. Thank you, thank you. What do we have for the people? Ooh, what did I say? Here, the four swords here. A need for the rest. A need to look at things in a more balanced situation here. This was over top of the awakening here. And it says, look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. This temporary standstill might be forcing you into a place of rest, okay? Because I said in the more recent past, you have worn yourself to the point of sickness. That's not good. All right? What else do we got here? Let's get the bigger picture here. And just do all the next two cards in the past. CJ? You okay? All right. Gotta holler out the little dude. I don't know him up in here. I'm in here. Okay, what's next? What is next? Two more. The Queen of Pentacles here. This is a need to not worry so much about your money matters here. Thank you. Because you have a lot of different options, okay? Might be one of the things that's keeping you awake at night too. You have so many options, and Spirit is just like, hey, don't allow yourself to lose sleep over what you think is going to happen. You don't know. We don't know what is in store, but we do have a lot of options here on the table, and Spirit is saying carefully weigh all of your options. Don't make any haste movement. Don't feel like you got to make a decision right now because it's not necessary. If you do have to make an abrupt decision, make sure that you're seeking expert advice or expert or advice from your loved ones, advice from someone that is credible, that has been through a situation before. Seek that type of advice, okay? And don't tell everybody your business. Don't tell everybody your business. Everybody's not going to be able to root for you, sweetheart. It may seem impossible to them, but you know you got fire, and you know you've been dreaming, and you know it's something that's got to come to pass, and you know it's going to work. It's just a matter of how is this going to work. And to you, they might be like, I don't know if you're going to be able to do this. I don't see how that's going to work out for you. And it's quite all right. It's quite all right. You know that you have to get direction from Spirit. You know what you've been thinking about, but don't make any just moves just yet. Cycles are ending and beginning. Really, really they are. Really, they are. Okay, this burden here that you are carrying, whatever that may be, this burden, it's time for this burden to be over. It is really over. You're picking up and you're moving on. You're making a decision to say, I ain't got time for this shit. I gotta leave here. There's nothing here for me anymore. Some of you, it's a relationship. You're like, baby, can't you see? Love don't live here anymore. And you picking up and you are leaving. Knight of Cups. Somebody's getting up out of there. It could very well be that. And that's right over the Three of Water there. The Three of Cups. Okay? Something is moving in or something is moving out, honey. But whatever the case may be, it's done for. Whatever it may be. It's done. It's time to move on. It is time. You see this Wheel of Fortune? It's time to move on. Get this burden off your back. It's time to go. Shit. It is time to go. So let's see, Spirit, what you got for us to clarify in the future? What you got for us? Yes, yes, yes. Things are moving in a new direction very fast, very swiftly. You might have ideas of creativity, insights are coming through. And this falls right over top this moon card here where it says important psychic insights, events moving behind the scene. Release your fears that hold you back because it's time to move forward. Let's see what the other two say. Let's get a full picture here. Yeah, it's time to move forward, to get out of this expecting the worst energy, because things are moving in the favor of yourself. They're always going to move in your favor as long as you're doing the right thing. Always. Everything works together for the good. What's up? The King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so everything. Wait, where I put the other card? Did I put the damn card back in the deck by mistake? Well, let me go ahead. Let me get it because I know exactly what it was. It was the King of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. That is funny. Nope, that's not it. How did this happen? Well, I saw the Ace of Pentacles, but for some whatever reason, I pushed it back in the deck. And it's not even coming right back. Okay. All right. Spirit says, oh, it's right now in front of my face. Okay. So, I was going to say, if I couldn't see it, Spirit was like, shuffle again. But here it is here. Okay. So, with the Eight of Wands, I feel as though you might be moving on from a situation emotionally, maybe in a relationship, like I said here in the present sense. So that you can have a new opportunity, and it might be a business, it might be a new job idea or thing, something to that effect. Maybe a new job. If there well could be a new job that's coming in, a job offer that's coming in, and you are feeling emotional about ending something so that you can begin something else. And like I said, it could be a relationship. But this Ace of Pentacles is definitely something starting anew. Definitely something starting anew. Again, there's that cycle again. That World card. Cycles of ending and beginning. And so all of that might be coming in very, very swiftly for you. And you're really having to make some decisions. That decision might be in the way of love. Okay? It could be with the water sign. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Very well could be. But you have to make these decisions because it seems as though this opportunity for you is coming in very swiftly, or you found a new way to make another stream of income, but the resources are not where you currently are. That is possible for some of you. Okay, but what you don't want to do is be in this energy. You don't want to feel stuck. It's time out for that. You don't want to feel stuck in the energy because that is truly in your mind. An opportunity might be coming towards you, but because you are in this energy, you can't even see it. You don't want, okay? You might kind of not even be able to see it because you're so withdrawn. You are confused in your emotions. You just like, hey, just everybody leave me alone. Thank you. But there is 10 of Pentacles. There is abundance and fulfillment there. Okay? So whatever this money matter is for you, it can be fulfilled. You might have to get some, again, get some expert advice, but you are in complete and utter control of whatever it is that is going to come about. It's your decision. Do you feel like this relationship that you're in is healthy enough and sustainable enough to be able to embark on the journey that you're going on? Or are you in a toxic situation and you're trying to hold on because you're scared you're not getting anybody better? That's not a good thing. Through your swords, heartbreak. You may have to divide from this person. You might have to leave this person so that you can get to a better you, okay? Whatever that case may be. Some of you might be going through a bit of a divorce, or you might just got out of a breakup, and it's time for you to move forward into a situation. King of Swords. You may be gaining some clarity here soon. Very well so. And you still have options. You have options of where you're going to go. You get options of who you're going to choose. Wow. Choices. You got to make a choice. Are you going to stay in a situation? Some of you might be pregnant within a situation and maybe having a hard time figuring out how that's going to work out. But I do believe it's a choice. It's a choice between staying and leaving. It might be a choice between two people. Who you going to stay with? You might have more than one option in lovers, in a love situation. What am I going to do? This is making sense. Justice. We got this before. Okay? It might be a legal battle that goes on, or it might just need a need for balance. Okay? A need for balance. You never know. But whatever you want to happen is going to happen for you. Whatever it is that you want. You wish upon that star and you get it, honey. Here's those choices again, but you got to make a choice. Gotta make a choice. Balancing career, family, balancing decision. Gotta make a choice about it so that you can get to this place here. This is also, you've been sowing seed. You've been really, really just kind of waiting for that abundance to, that windfall to come. Let me say it that way. Someone is feeling chained to a situation, though. Not good. Could be with a Capricorn. And on the bottom of the deck, again, it's that Eight of Wands that we had. Okay? But whatever it is, it's moving fast. It's moving fast. Just like it was here. Right under that, again, you have the Sun. So things could very well turn out in your favor. But you got to make the decision. Got to make the decision. Well, all right. Let's, you know what? But that being said, let's see what the angel romance cards say. Let's see here. Let's see here. I ain't going to tell you what to do, peoples. That's not my calling to tell you what to do. But what I will tell you is what I feel Spirit is saying. And you can evaluate what it is that you feel is the best course of action. But I will say, if you know that you are in a toxic situation right now, especially around this time of retrograde, you have really been evaluating, do I need to continue to make this work? Do I? Is it worth it? Ooh, wait. Too much, Spirit. Let's do this right. Come on, I need the people to know exactly what's being said. Okay, that one came out. Reconciliation. Okay, someone from your past is returning to your life. Could be someone new. Or it could be you reconciling within your relationship that you currently have. You may have to revamp some things. You may have to revisit some things. But some of you, it may be someone coming back that said, you know what, I should have been with you all along. And some of you, that person that's coming back, maybe left you in a heartache situation before. But they're coming back in the right way. And it says, stay optimistic about your life. Okay? Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Stay optimistic. Wow. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And it could be with that person that's coming back. It very well could be. Who knows? Wow. Just doing your thing. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And that's love. So people, if you are in a situation that has not been very optimal, I will say to evaluate it and see if it's something that you need to stay in. No one can tell you to leave or stay in this situation, but you definitely need to come to a conclusion because you have other things, other places to go. You have other matters that are before you that is going to cause for you to have to make some decisions about how this unfolds for you. So I will say, make sure that you're being very, very, very honest with yourself in this season. Make sure that you're being very truthful with yourself in this season and in every season, okay? Because it's very important. We only got one life to live, like the soap opera say. And if you're choosing to be with something that's toxic, you choosing to stay in a job that's toxic, and you are not happy, it continues to weigh on you. It starts to chip away at your joy and your peace, and it starts to ultimately chip away at your health. You got to let it go. I'll say that without saying too much. You got to let that thing go. God is in control. If you're worried about money upon leaving, if you're worried about how people are going to look at you in a situation, I'm going to tell you now. Sorry, I'm trying to straighten up my stuff over here. That's a trap in and of itself. Okay? Don't stay in anywhere that you're not wanted, first of all. If someone is not valuing your self-worth, it's time to move on. Because as the old saying goes, misery loves company. And as long as they got you feeling stuck in here or physically, but for most of us, it starts here first. You're feeling stuck in your mind. And as long as we're feeling stuck in our mind, we won't go very far. You ever heard of that saying that a dog was on a leash for so long that when they finally let the dog off the leash, they still stayed around the perimeter of the length of the leash because they didn't know they were free? Same thing with us. If we've been stuck in a situation so long, or we're staying in relationships because I've been together with him for 10, 12 years, honey, or I've been with her for so long, it could be your baby mama, your baby daddy. And I know that's a hard situation because some of us have children, but your children want to see you happy. It may not be a likable situation that y'all not staying together, but if you know that it's causing your children more harm for them to witness certain things in your relationship versus both of y'all going your separate ways and being happy, it'll hurt. It definitely will. But you got to think what's best for you. And whatever's best for you, it's going to be okay for the masses. Because if you're not happy, you're in a situation, trust you me, it will show. So, this has been Tamika with Enhanced and Holistic Tarot and Life Advice. And my throat chakra, as you see, was getting tied up, but y'all know what I'm saying. Love you all. God bless. Ashe, ashe, ashe.